You're interested in a younger woman, maybe 10 years younger, maybe 20. You think you're doing everything right, you're confident, successful, interesting. Yet she's politely pulling away, and you have no idea why. Here's the brutal truth. One mistake is costing you opportunities with younger women. One fundamental error that makes the age gap a liability instead of an advantage. An error so common among older men that younger women have learned to spot it instantly. This mistake destroys attraction faster than anything else, and most older men are making it without even realizing. The ancient Stoics understood that self-awareness prevents most failures. Marcus Aurelius constantly examined his own behavior to avoid repeating mistakes. That same self-awareness could save your chances with younger women. Today, you're learning the single biggest mistake older men make with younger women and exactly how to avoid it. Let's be direct. The mistake is this: trying to justify or explain the age difference instead of simply being confident about it. Every time you mention the age gap, every time you make self-deprecating jokes about being old, every time you reference generational differences, every time you act insecure about your age, you're destroying attraction. Most older men think they're being self-aware and humble. They think acknowledging the age difference shows they're not creepy or delusional. They think making jokes about it breaks tension. Wrong. Dead wrong. Every reference to age difference calls attention to something she might not have been thinking about. You're reminding her that society judges this. You're highlighting potential problems. You're broadcasting insecurity, and insecurity kills attraction. Always. Here's what actually works. Complete confidence about the age difference. Not mentioned, not justified, not explained. Just accepted as irrelevant. When you're genuinely confident about your value, age becomes a background fact like height or eye color. It exists, but it doesn't define the interaction. Epictetus taught about not being disturbed by things outside your control. Your age is outside your control. Her reaction to it is outside your control. What is within your control? Your confidence about it. The attractive older man never mentions age, not as a joke, not as self-deprecation, not as explanation. He's simply himself, and age is irrelevant to his self-perception. Here's why this confidence works. When you don't make age an issue, often she won't either. Many younger women are open to older men but get turned off when the man acts insecure about it. Your confidence about age signals, confidence about everything else. If you're secure enough to not worry about age gaps, you're probably secure in general. Avoiding age references prevents creating artificial barriers. The moment you say, "I know I'm old enough to be your father," you've just made that connection in her mind. Congratulations, you've destroyed your own chances. Think about this logically. If she's spending time with you despite the age difference, she's already decided it's not a problem. By bringing it up, you're creating a problem that didn't exist. Marcus Aurelius never apologized for being emperor despite critics. He was confident in his role. Apply that same confidence to your age. But here's where it gets more specific. Let's break down the exact behaviors that reveal this mistake. Behavior 1. Self-deprecating jokes about age. I'm too old for this. Back in my day. I'm ancient compared to you. I should probably act my age. Every single one of these statements broadcasts insecurity. You're hoping humor will diffuse tension, but you're actually creating it. The confident response. Say nothing about age. If she brings it up, address it once directly and never mention it again. Age is just a number. What matters is whether we connect. Then move on completely. Behavior 2. Over-explaining why you're interested in younger women. I just find younger women more energetic. Women my age are too cynical. I connect better with your generation. These explanations sound defensive because they are defensive. You're justifying yourself because you feel you need to. But justification implies wrongdoing. When you explain why you're interested in younger women, you're suggesting there's something unusual or wrong about it that requires explanation. The confident man offers no explanation. He's interested in her specifically because of who she is, not because of her age. The age is incidental, not the attraction. Seneca wrote about not defending what needs no defense. Your attraction to a compatible person needs no defense regardless of age difference. Behavior 3. Constantly trying to prove you're still young or relevant. using slang you don't understand, following trends you don't care about, pretending to know her generation's references, dressing inappropriately young, trying to keep up with younger people's energy. This desperate attempt to seem young makes the age gap more obvious, not less. It screams, "I'm insecure about being older and trying to hide it." The attractive older man doesn't pretend to be young. He owns being older as an advantage. He has experience she doesn't, wisdom she lacks, resources and stability youth hasn't built yet. He's not trying to be her peer. He's offering something different and valuable. His maturity is the attraction, not something to overcome. Behavior 4. Asking for validation about the age difference. Does it bother you that I'm older? Are you okay with the age gap? What do your friends think about us? Do people stare when we're together? These questions reveal massive insecurity. You're asking her to validate something you should be confident about yourself. Every question makes her second-guess something she might not have been worried about. You're planting doubts where none existed. The confident man assumes she's fine with it, unless she explicitly states otherwise. He's not seeking permission or validation, he's simply being himself. Behavior 5. Over-mentioning your accomplishments or resources. I've already done X, Y, and Z in my career. I own property in 3 cities. I've traveled to 50 countries. I'm financially secure. When you constantly reference achievements, you're trying to justify why she should overlook the age difference. You're saying, I know I'm older, but look at what I've accomplished. This reveals you see age as a deficit to overcome, rather than a neutral or positive trait. The truly confident older man doesn't need to list achievements. His quality of life speaks for itself. His accomplishments are obvious through how he lives, not what he claims. Here's what confidence about age actually looks like in practice. She mentions a cultural reference you don't understand. Instead of pretending to know it or making an "I'm so old" joke, you simply say, "Haven't heard of that, tell me about it." Then you genuinely listen and engage. Someone comments on the age difference. You don't get defensive or make jokes. You just smile and continue your conversation with her as if nothing was said. She asks about your age. You tell her directly without apology or explanation. I'm 48. Then immediate subject change. No discussion of whether that's okay or what it means. Friends question your interest in younger women. You don't justify or explain. I'm interested in her because she's interesting. Age doesn't define compatibility for me. See the pattern? Complete confidence, no apology, no explanation, no insecurity. But here's the critical distinction. This confidence must be genuine, not performed. If you're forcing yourself not to mention age while internally you're deeply insecure about it, that insecurity will leak out in other ways. Your body language, your energy, your desperation. Real confidence about age comes from genuinely believing age is irrelevant to your value. This requires inner work. You must truly accept that you're valuable at your current age, not despite your age, at your age. The years have refined you, not diminished you. Marcus Aurelius grew more influential with each passing year because he became more valuable, not less. The same can be true for you if you've used time wisely. Here's your internal work. List every advantage your age provides. Experience, wisdom, financial stability, emotional regulation, life perspective, refined taste, proven resilience, sexual skill and patience. These aren't compensations for being older. They're genuine advantages youth lacks. When you internalize these advantages, confidence about age becomes natural. You're not trying to overcome a deficit. You're offering something valuable. Now let's address the elephant in the room. What if the age gap really is too large or she's genuinely uncomfortable? Then the relationship isn't right. Accept it and move on. Not every younger woman will be interested regardless of your confidence. But here's the key. Far more opportunities are destroyed by insecurity about age than by age itself. The woman who's genuinely interested in you won't care about the age gap. The woman who's not interested wouldn't be interested regardless of age. But the woman who's on the fence will be pushed away by your insecurity about it. That middle group is where your confidence matters most. Your insecurity creates the problem. Your confidence prevents it. Epictetus taught that we suffer more from our judgments about things than from the things themselves. Your judgment that age is a problem creates more problems than the age difference itself. Here's your practical implementation. Identify every age reference habit. Notice when you joke about age, mention it or reference it unnecessarily. These are manifestations of insecurity. Stop all age references. Completely. Unless she brings it up directly, treat it as irrelevant, because it should be. If she mentions age, address once and move on. I don't see age as particularly relevant to connection. What matters is whether we enjoy each other's company. Then never revisit it. Focus conversation on genuine compatibility, shared interests, values, humor, connection, things that actually matter in relationships. Own your age advantages. Don't apologize for experience, stability, or wisdom. These are features, not bugs. The goal is genuine confidence that age is irrelevant to your value. Not fake confidence, not performed confidence, real internal certainty. When you achieve this, age becomes what it should be, a background fact that doesn't define the relationship. If you're ready to stop sabotaging opportunities through age insecurity and start leveraging maturity as the advantage it is, comment below, "I own my value." Remember, younger women aren't rejecting you because you're older. They're rejecting the insecurity you display about being older. Fix the insecurity, and age becomes irrelevant. Your maturity is your strength. Stop apologizing for it.